let's make this sandwich made famous by this guy. First things first. So there's a ton of sandwiches on The Sopranos, but this one always sort of stood out to me.
GABAGOOL, provolone and vinegar peppers.
You got it. So let's make it. Now, unlike a lot of Italian-American sandwiches, where a plethora of different cold cuts are put into one sandwich, this sandwich is more of something you would see in Italy, where one meat is used. And this meat is synonymous with the show.
The GABAGOOL.
Gabagool. Over here.
All this from a slice of GABAGOOL.
Let's get back to that gabagool.
The gabagool, also known as coppa, capicola, and capocollo, is an Italian deli meat made with pork, and it's the neck and shoulder, and it has perfect striations of fat, which doesn't make it too chewy, just melts in your mouth, seasoned to perfection, just like the show. This sandwich comes together pretty easy, just like Tony's gourmets. The only thing that takes a bit of work, if you choose to make them yourself, are the vinegar peppers, but you can also just buy them as well. Just look for pickled or vinegar peppers on the label. I'm gonna make a quick refrigerator pickle that doesn't go through the whole process of canning. I'm only making a small batch today because of the size of my sanitized jar that I found. Any peppers will do here. I'm using half of a red and yellow bell pepper. And I'm just gonna remove the core and the seeds, and I'm gonna slice into small strips. Now you can add any flavoring you want to the jar. I'm going with 1 smashed garlic clove, 1 bay leaf, a little bit of oregano, a dried chili, and some black peppercorns. Stuff the peppers into the jar and really press them down. Then in a pot, I'm just gonna go with a pretty standard 1-to-1 ratio of water to white vinegar. You can use apple cider vinegar, you can use all vinegar, whatever you want, a little bit of salt and sugar. And the sugar is optional. We're gonna bring that to a boil and just make sure that the salt and sugar have dissolved. Once the water has started to boil, we're just gonna remove and then pour into your jar. Press down and make sure the peppers are fully submerged, then tighten and let sit on the counter until cooled. Then you're just gonna place in the fridge, and after a couple days, you can start eating them. The longer they sit, the better they will taste. And I will say these are probably good for up to 3 months. Now it's time to build the sandwich. No measurements here, everything is to taste. Grab a nice piece of bread, a panino, lay down some provolone cheese, and then go nuts on the gabagool. Add those vinegar peppers, drizzle a little bit of extra virgin olive oil. All right, so this sandwich is done. Simple is always best, but if you recall in the episode, Tony took one bite and he threw it out. Now, he was under a lot of stress. Agent Harris gave him some info. Phil, of course, we had all that going on. But if there's one thing that I'm gonna add to this sandwich, it's totally optional, but maybe he wouldn't have thrown it out, is some burrata. Specifically the stracciatella cheese that's inside, which is a nice creamy mozzarella cheese that we're just gonna put on top. It's gonna help balance everything out. Now you can use the whole burrata, but I'm looking for more of a creamy component, which is why I'm just using the stracciatella, which is shreds of mozzarella mixed with cream that is encased in the outer mozzarella shell. And that shell is definitely getting eaten by me anyways. And there it is. The Tony Soprano sandwich, just with a little twist. And let's bring that to the table. I love this sandwich and I love that show. Perfect sandwich with or without the stracciatella. It just adds a little bit more creaminess to it. I really like it. The vinegar peppers, the cheese, and of course the capocollo, the gabagool. So good. You know, I gotta order this more. I'm always usually a mortadella guy, salami, prosciutto. This stuff is amazing, just like the show. So I hope you give this recipe a go, and as always, the full recipe is in the link in the description below. Please like and comment. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Until next time, ciao.